fuoco. Feed the flame.
Right now on Fox 5 News at 11, tonight a shark warning at a local beach after a sea lion is attacked. Then a boat bursts into flames, burning 2 people. What we're learning tonight. And new tonight, a food delivery man is hungry for packages. The hunt for this crook on the run. The Fox 5 News at 11 starts now.
Live from San Diego, this is the Fox 5 News at 11.
We begin with breaking news tonight. A fire at an elementary school in North Park was just put out by firefighters. Officials say the fire started on the roof and may have been caused by some construction work that was being done earlier today at Jefferson Elementary School on Utah Street. Firefighters had the flames put out pretty quickly, but it did spread to some contents inside. No one was inside the building at the time and no one was hurt. Now to that shark warning tonight. This comes after a sea lion was attacked and now warning signs are posted. Fox 5's Kasha Gregorczyk joins us from Cardiff with what this means if you're heading to the beach.
Well, it was a beautiful day, perfect for a trip to the beach. But when people got here, they were greeted with these signs warning of an aggressive shark in the water. A quick look around Cardiff State Beach Thursday, and you'd think it was your average summer day until people got a look at these bright warning signs.
The instant reaction was, let's not get in the water because there's sharks.
Word spread of the possible danger lurking in the water after lifeguards were alerted to a badly injured sea lion washed up on the shore earlier in the day. SeaWorld says a rescue team took the sea lion in, which was missing the majority of its tail and had other injuries to its back. It ultimately did not survive. State park officials tell Fox 5 the shark was likely engaging in feeding activities, leading them to issue the aggressive shark warning.
I'm really surprised there's still surfers out there. You know, after everybody's heard about it, obviously, and a lot of them are in wetsuits and, you know, they look like seals.
Some were not willing to risk it, with extra hesitation after 3 juvenile great white sharks were just recently spotted in Del Mar.
Well, those weren't even aggressive, so I don't care if there's only one, but this one might be aggressive, so forget it.
The beach was still packed with plenty of others willing to brave the water.
One person goes and another person goes, and then one person comes out and then everybody comes out.
Pretty much just don't go out too far, and if you see a fin, probably come back inside.
And these warning signs will be posted just through tomorrow on about a mile stretch of beach unless another shark sighting is reported. Reporting from Cardiff State Beach, Kasha Gregorczyk, Fox 5 News.
A 30-foot cabin cruiser went up in flames on Mission Bay, sending huge black plumes of smoke up into the air. The fire started just after 3 this afternoon near Dana Landing. Perhaps you saw the smoke. Fire crews had the fire out in 10 minutes. Witnesses say they heard some kind of explosion go off. 2 men were rescued from the water. A 44 and 27-year-old, both reportedly badly burned. One had 2nd or 3rd degree burns over 30% of his body, but not life-threatening.
It was a huge black cloud of smoke, and then more smoke came out.
There was an initial explosion. It sounded like they may have attempted to extinguish because one of the occupants actually, reports are that he fell into the engine area of the burning vessel. At that point, sustained worse burns, and the 2 both jumped over the side of the vessel to escape the fire.
The Coast Guard was called out to help mitigate any potential fuel runoff. In 11 o'clock hour, we are still monitoring our news feeds for what's happening right now. Here's Phil Blauer.
All right, Kathleen, I want to take you back to earlier tonight. Perhaps you or somebody you know was caught up in this big gridlock mess here on northbound 163, just south of Mesa College exit there. The chain reaction accident injured 2 people just after 8 o'clock. It caused a SIG alert to be issued for almost 2 hours. The CHP says 1 vehicle slammed into the other cars going full freeway speed. No word yet on what caused that crash, and it did take some time for sweeper crews out there to get all that crash debris out of there. Kathleen?
All right, Phil, thank you. There's been a rash of burglaries at several optometry businesses across San Diego County, and thousands of dollars worth of glasses were stolen from shops in Escondido, La Mesa, and Tierra Santa. Fox 5's Jason Sloss has details on the search for the optometry burglars.
Doors and windows are boarded up at multiple optometry shops around San Diego County after they were burglarized early Thursday morning. Around 2:45 a.m., thieves broke into Tierra Santa Vision Center on Santo Road. Employees say burglars were inside for about 10 minutes and got away with around 120 high-end frames and sunglasses worth about $30,000. Then around 3:30, another break-in at a Lens Crafters in Escondido off Auto Park Way. Police say thieves smashed the front window, started going through the shop and displays, and got away with about $60,000 in merchandise. Officers arrived just minutes after the alarm went off. Police say they detained 2 people for questioning, though it's unclear how they may be linked to the burglary. Then another optometry store was hit in East County around 5 a.m. This was at New View Optometric on El Cajon Boulevard in La Mesa. Again there, a front window was smashed in and thieves made off with a bunch of sunglasses from displays. It's unclear the worth of the merchandise stolen from that spot. Shop managers declined to speak on camera, but some customers voiced their concerns about the crimes.
Well, that ends up costing us more money for stuff that we got to pay for as taxpayers and as consumers. So yeah, anytime something gets robbed, it just jacks the prices sometimes.
These burglaries come after recent others at optometry shops in Chula Vista and Kearney Mesa, with thieves getting away with $150,000 in merchandise between those cases.
Jason Sloss, Fox 5 News.
Now to Chula Vista, where police are asking for help identifying this burglar who stole $5,000 worth of items from a home. This happened back in June. Crime Stoppers released these new photos today you saw moments ago from that burglary, and police say he has a muscular build, this suspect, and was last seen a red Puma shirt and white gloves. Anyone with information is being asked to call Crime Stoppers.
I need my dad for me. My dad didn't do nothing. He's not a criminal.
A little girl fighting to hold back tears after her father, an undocumented immigrant, was arrested by ICE agents on her first day of school. As Diane Gallagher reports, it was part of a large operation in Mississippi which saw almost 700 undocumented immigrants detained.
Please, can I just see my mother, please?
Parents taken away on buses, separated from their children.
Her mom is the only one she has. That's her guardian.
In immigration raids across Mississippi on Wednesday.
I need my dad for me. My dad didn't do nothing. He's not a criminal.
Many children left behind at schools and daycares. One gym in a nearby town offering to house and feed children who were separated from their parents.
I understand the law and how everything works, and everything has a system, but everybody needs to hold the kids first and foremost in their mind.
Today, anxious family members are trying to locate their loved ones who were arrested.
There's a website that we were told that we could find anyone that's been processed and detained. I haven't been found a single person.
One woman telling CNN her husband, who has a heart condition, was arrested, leaving her and their 5-year-old son with no one to help them.
He asks me for his dad, where he is, and I tell him he's not here. I told him they took him, and he starts to cry because he needs him.
A total of 680 detentions at 7 food processing plants across 6 cities in Mississippi. Officials calling it the largest single state immigration enforcement operation ever in the U.S.
While we are a nation of immigrants, more than that, we are first and foremost a nation of laws.
The raids on the heels of the El Paso shooting, where Latinos were purposely targeted, also came on the first day of school for those children. An ICE official telling CNN they did consider the impact on children and worked with school administrators, adding, quote, "This was planned for months, well before El Paso. We did this under past presidents. This is business as usual for us." Some detainees released overnight with ankle monitors like this. As White House officials tell CNN, ICE is scrambling to reunite some parents with their children because of child care issues, many of whom were placed with volunteers and strangers.
From the LA Times tonight, a former attorney for San Diego-based Navy SEAL acquitted of war crimes is trying to get his former client to pay him. A complaint filed by Texas-based attorney Colby Volke says Eddie Gallagher is in breach of a contract he signed last October. Volke seeking $200,000 to $1 million in damages. And in an Instagram post put up today by Gallagher's wife, she said that Volke ran up the bill and made little to no progress in actually freeing Eddie Gallagher. She also posted this picture of her and her husband standing in front of their Florida home for the very first time since since they've been back there. The neighbors did decorate that, and they also put out these Welcome Home Eddie signs near their front yard. Kathleen?
Phil, thank you for the update. The dire warning from scientists tonight how climate change could affect what you eat. Plus, new video released by investigators after a deadly stabbing spree in Orange County. The new information we're learning tonight. And a delivery driver makes his drop-off, but then takes off with people's packages. Why police are having trouble tracking him down.
And a beautiful night. Temperatures right now hanging out in the 60s. I'll let you know when some warmer weather will be moving in. Coming up.
You're watching the Fox 5 News at 11.
We designed the all-new S60 to help you see things, hear things, and feel things differently. Because doing things differently is the only way to find yourself somewhere new.
Introducing the new guacamole double cheeseburger from Carl's Jr. for only $299 with 2 charbroiled beef patties, pepper jack cheese, and fresh-made guacamole, all for only $299.
Hang on, it's $2.99.
What?
That's a typo, sorry. We forgot the decimal point.
Only $2.99 for a double cheeseburger with guacamole? The latest charbroiled double deal is only $2.99 at Carl's Jr.
Mattress Firm's flashback sale ends Tuesday. We're celebrating the year we were founded with a special price from 1986. A flashback price of $169 on a new Sleepy's Queen mattress. Plus, this is your last chance to save up to $400 on throwback deals. And Wednesday through Sunday only, take home a free adjustable base. Up to a $699 value, absolutely free. But hurry in, because after Tuesday, the flashback sale is a thing of the past. Your budget stretches further at Mattress Firm.
The Teen Choice Awards are live with Robert Downey Jr., Jessica Alba, the Jonas Brothers, and more. The 2019 Teen Choice Awards, this Sunday, live on Fox.
You're watching the Fox 5 News at 11.
Police in Los Angeles say pure hate drove a man to stab 4 people to death and injure 2 others, and they say he should never have been out on the streets. Today, police released this video of the suspect in Garden Grove. He walked into an insurance business, pulled out 2 knives, and started attacking a woman inside. She is now in critical condition and just one of 6 victims we're learning more about tonight. Rick Chambers reports.
33-year-old Zachary Castaneda grins after his arrest for a 2-hour murderous rampage through Orange County. This video from an insurance office shows a savage attack against a 54-year-old woman just before he robbed the place.
Our suspect walks into the business, confronts the female victim, and without provocation, he stabs her multiple times. At one point, when he stabbed the victim, the knife nearly missed her heart. So she's going to be in the hospital for some time till she recuperates from her injuries, but she is going to survive.
Castaneda, who is a known gang member, also stabbed a 44-year-old man pumping gas at a Chevron, and then nonchalantly hacked off the man's nose with a machete.
After he attacked this guy savagely, returned to his vehicle, finished pumping gas, filled off his tank, and then he drove off southbound on Harbor Boulevard towards the city of Santa Ana.
Castaneda has a lengthy criminal history dating back to his teen years and has been uncooperative since his capture for these attacks.
He continued to fight our detectives through the night. Several times he had to be detained, he had to be hobble restrained. He remained violent with us through the night. He never told us why he did this.
Castaneda was awaiting trial for 3 unrelated offenses when he began this latest crime spree and was out on parole for a weapons and drug charge because of jail overcrowding.
This person should have been in prison and not allowed to be in our community committing these violent acts. He is a violent individual who should have never been considered for early release based upon Assembly Bill 109.
And the DA may seek the death penalty.
This gentleman is known at this point to have killed 4 people, so he certainly made himself eligible.
Outside the apartment tonight where Castaneda allegedly butchered his 2 neighbors, the victims' families held a short vigil and tried to come to terms with such a painful loss.
Rick Chambers with that report. Castaneda's bail was set at $1 million. He will be in court on Friday morning. Now to a developing story. A popular Thai restaurant is closed after an early morning fire tore through the building. It started around 4:30 at Taste of Thai in Del Mar. Investigators say the fire started in the kitchen and quickly spread to the roof. The flames also burned the dining room. Luckily, no one was inside at the time.
I was in the restaurant business for a long time, so it's detrimental to a company. You know, it's a lot of cleaning to do in these walls to get the smell out, so best of luck to you guys, really.
The owners say they will rebuild and eventually reopen. The family-run business first opened in this location in the 1990s. A judge declared a mistrial on a second-degree murder charge against a woman who was drunk when she caused a deadly crash right before Christmas of 2016. The jury convicted Alexandria Bain yesterday, finding her guilty of gross vehicular manslaughter, but it was deadlocked on that other charge, with all but one juror voting guilty. Bain was also acquitted on 4 child endangerment charges. The 37-year-old was drunk and driving the wrong way in Forest Ranch when she hit a Scripps Mercy Hospital nurse and mother of a 4-year-old head-on, killing her. New tonight, a young woman is sharing her story of recovery after she nearly died in a car crash caused by distracted driving. The former model was left with broken bones throughout her face. After multiple surgeries, she's finally on the path to healing. As Jennifer Bisram reports, she's now using her near-death experience to teach others about the mistake that almost killed her.
Nicole Sienkiewicz posed in front of many cameras when she first started college. She was a prom queen with hopes of a modeling career.
Your life can be taken away from you in 3 seconds. Like, I was so lucky to survive.
But that all changed in March of 2016. She was on her way home from work in Allentown, Pennsylvania, when somehow she slammed into this tractor trailer.
For whatever reason, I did not stop. I do not remember the accident.
She had bleeding in her brain and every bone on her face was broken.
I thought so many times of giving up.
After years of therapy and multiple surgeries, doctors at Cohen Children's Medical Center were able to get her back on track.
She didn't give up hope. She had these injuries to her entire face, and her bones were all misaligned in the wrong position.
Today in New Hyde Park, she was smiling again.
There's always light at the end of the tunnel, and you can get through it. Life is a beautiful thing. And I really have learned to really appreciate that.
And now, at 24, she wants people to know just how dangerous distracting driving can be.
This happened in 3 seconds, and for whatever reason, I was distracted.
Robert Sinclair from AAA.
More and more, we're seeing that people are still dying on the roads that don't have their seatbelt on, that were drunk, that were distracted.
Especially now that we're in one of the deadliest months of the year when it comes to driving.
The 100 days from Memorial Day to Labor Day are the most dangerous because teens are out on the road.
On this day, Nicole, who is back in college, says she doesn't want anyone to go through what she did.
What's been the hardest part for you?
The recovery, just getting home from the hospital, and just spending weeks inside, indoors, and crying myself to sleep.
That was Jennifer Bisram with that report. Sienkiewicz says she may never get behind the wheel again, but she is going to go back to college to study chemistry because all those surgeries sparked an interest for her in the biomedical field. Governor Gavin Newsom visited Los Angeles today to promote his administration's efforts to advance early childhood education. It also extends California's paid family leave program from 6 weeks to 8 weeks for each parent. He says that will allow more time to be spent with their children.
This is a moment of abundance, where we have the privilege of being in a position where we can make these investments. And so it's absolutely incumbent upon all of us to make sure that we map out in a very sober and thoughtful way a master plan for early childhood education.
The governor's budget provides more than $2 billion for family centers like the one he visited today. It's a move meant to expand subsidized child care and preschools across the state. In a dire new report, the United Nations says climate change is resulting in less food for the entire world, including America. According to the report from an international organization, warming temperatures and extreme weather are disrupting food chains. It also found that crops like wheat have between 6 to 13% less protein than it used to. If you think the weather has been heating up, just imagine how people in Arizona are feeling these days, especially postal workers. One in Phoenix demonstrated just how hot it is by cooking a steak on the dashboard of his truck. In a series of photos, the man showed the steak at various stages of cooking. The steak was cooked medium after 2.5 hours sitting there. A lot of mail trucks in Arizona do not have air conditioning, and now a local lawmaker has taken up the cause and is asking the postal union to address the problem. When we come back, the delivery driver who left with more deliveries than he came with, and why police are having a hard time tracking him down. Plus, we have your forecast on this Friday Eve. Meteorologist Aloha Taylor is next.
You're watching the Fox 5 News at 11.
Closed caption sponsored by ASI. Plumbing problems?
White Glove guys to the rescue.
Oh, brother. Don't miss your last chance to win a family 4-pack of tickets to SeaWorld.
And here's something fun for this weekend, a behind-the-scenes look at the Oceanside Film Festival. And nice, cool days. I'll let you know if it'll last through the weekend.
On the Fox 5 Morning News. Starts tomorrow at 4:30.
When a bear is chasing you, you take off faster than a toupee in a fan factory. Move that fast to the Ford Hurry Up and Save sales event. Get in or lose out on 0% financing for 60 months on Escape, Edge, Explorer, and Expedition.
This is no ordinary anniversary. This is the big one.
We're turning 42, and for 42 hours, take an extra 15% off and get no interest financing till January 2021.
For 42 hours this Friday through Monday, take an extra 15% off our most popular furniture.
Plus, get no interest financing until January 2021 on anniversary specials.
It's no ordinary anniversary. It's our 42nd anniversary event now at More Furniture for Less.
You left your family alone tonight, but you're not worried about what you'll find when you come home. You're thinking how nice it is to get out of the house for a night. You're thinking about how you're new to the neighborhood, but it's already starting to feel like home. You're not worried about what's going on at home. Well, maybe just a little. Stay close to the moments that matter. Cox Home Life takes care of the rest. Monitor and manage your home packaged with internet for as low as $39.99 per month. Free HD camera included.
Being a part of the San Diego community is important to us, and we're honored to recognize the men and women who serve the Armed Services YMCA. Thank you, King and Ari, for your appreciation and support. It's Military Mondays at Sequan Casino Resort. Visit fox5sandiego.com/contest for a chance to win dinner and concert tickets for two. Then, watch the Fox 5 News on Sunday to see if you won. Only at Sequan Casino Resort.
Summer isn't long, but summer to-do lists are. Let a Ford F-150 help turn your to-dos into ta-dons. The Ford Hurry Up and Save sales event. Get in or lose out on F-150 with 0% financing for 72 months. That's $8,900 possible finance savings.
The wisdom of Charlie.
She's taking her clothes off. Is this a great country or what?
On 2.5 Men, weeknights on Fox 5. You're watching the Fox 5 News at 11.
Surveillance cameras inside a San Francisco apartment building show a delivery man stealing packages. The man is seen carrying a Grubhub delivery bag. He enters the apartment freely, drops the food off to a customer, but moments later he comes back and is seen stuffing as many packages as he can back into that delivery bag. Police say without the Grubhub customer's information, they can't help. A day after San Diego's first case of the measles, health officials are confirming a new measles case at LAX. The LA County Department of Public Health says a traveler passed through LAX while contagious on July 23rd. The infected person was in the Tom Bradley International Terminal at the time. Anyone there between the hours of 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. may have been exposed. San Diego's first case was an 11-month-old baby who recently returned from the Philippines. All right, with our eyes focused on the weekend, let's check in with Aloha once again for what we have in store for our Friday.
That's right, just a little over half an hour before Friday here as it's 11:23. There's a look at the current numbers. We're in the 60s along the coast through our inland valleys and even up over our mountain locations. Julian, you're at 65 degrees. Valley Center 64 for you. Escondido checking in at 67. We topped out at 76 normal this time of the year. Take a look at our overnight low, normal as well at 67 degrees. So we're right where we should be temperature wise for this time of the year. 90, that was also normal in Ramona, and the heat was on over our deserts. 109 in Borrego Springs, 95 in Campo. We are under the influence of this trough. You see this counterclockwise spin. This area of low pressure is strengthening our onshore flow and will continue this marine layer pattern where those low-lying stratus clouds move in at night, hang out there in the morning, and then clear back as we head through the day. So it's keeping those temperatures also feeling a little more comfortable. We don't have that monsoonal push where it's a real humid air mass, so drier conditions as far as how it feels outside. Tomorrow, numbers hanging out in the 70s and the 80s. We could see another 90 pop in areas like Ramona. Out on the water, surf 2 to 4 feet, and your 7-day forecast looks like this. Take a look at the numbers. We're going to hang out in the lower 70s to mid 70s as we head through the next few days. Next week, Tuesdays, when things start to warm back up, upper 70s at the beaches and over our inland valleys. Enjoy the 80s while you can. 90s will be returning Tuesday and Wednesday.
All right, so that looks like a pretty good forecast going into the weekend, and no thunderstorms in sight?
No, nothing at all. It's going to be a comfortable marine layer type pattern.
Oh, that's nice for the mountains. They don't have to look over their shoulder for a while.
No. And fire departments, of course, love that, so very good.
All right, well, I think collectively, if I can speak for the entire crowd, we're ready for Friday.
Yes, we are. Yes, we
Do I have your votes?
Yes, you do.
All right, well, we'll get you through Friday tomorrow as well, so we hope you join us then. Thank you for watching us tonight at 11. 2.5 Men is next. Get a great night's sleep. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
The Raiders battle the Rams, Saturday at 5, only on Fox 5.